dear students of class 9th, please come open your book, page number 52. So, on page number 52, you will get institutional design. At first, you should learn what are institutions. So, parliament, ministers, judiciary, these are called institutions. So, one thing you will see that these glossary, I say you that on 52 page, you must read, you should remember, and here you will get constitutional amendment. In see on 52 page, fifth number glossary, a changes in the constitution made by the supreme legislative body in a country means parliament changes the constitution. So our constitution makers were aware that during the period the amendment should be done in the constitution according to the needs of the people. So you will remember this constitutional amendment. So here you see that what is constitutional, what is institutional design. Now here you read, a constitution is not merely a statement of values and philosophy. You have read about that in preamble, that a constitution, in a constitution, preambles and values, democratic, republic are written. A constitution is mainly about embodying these values into institutional arrangements. So, in a constitution, about institutional arrangements, about parliament, power of ministers are written. It means that these values into institutional arrangements. Much of the document called Constitution of India is about these arrangements. So, in parliament, you know that what is constitution? Constitution is a set of rules, and in rules it is written what is the power of executive, what is the power of legislature, their limitations are written, and these are called institutional arrangements and define. From here you will define. It is a very long and detailed document, therefore it needs to be amended. What is amendment here written again? Therefore, it needs to be amended quite regularly to keep it updated. Why should our constitution amendment is needed? To keep it updated. Those who crafted the Indian constitution felt that it has to be in accordance with people's aspiration. Aspiration means people की उम्मीद के अनुसार होना चाहिए, and changes in society, और समाज में जो चेंज होता है उसके अनुसार. So you will get question, why should there be amendment in our constitution? You will write that it should be, our constitution should be according to with the people's aspiration and changes in the society. They did not see it as a scared, static and unalterable law. Means there should be change. It should be not fixed and without changing law. So they made provisions to incorporate changes from time to time. These changes are called constitutional amendments. So you have read the definition of constitutional amendment, and we have read about why constitutional amendments are needed. Next go, the constitution describes the institutional arrangements. What are the institutional arrangements? You will write in a very legal language. The basic institutional design is not very difficult to understand. The Indian Constitution lays down a procedure for choosing person to govern. I have told you, the choosing person for govern means your executive. the country. It defines who will have how much power to take which decisions, and it puts limits to what the government can do by providing some rights to the citizens that cannot be violated. Means judiciary can control. If the government will violate the power, judiciary will control. It defines who will have how much power to take which decisions, and it puts limits to what the government can do by providing some rights to the citizens, and citizens have also get rights. So in institutional design you will see that the constitution has lays down a procedure for choosing person to govern the country. It defines who will have how much power to take the decisions, and it puts limits on the government, and it has given also some rights to the citizens that cannot be violated. That's all. These things are constitutional design. So we have read two things in this chapter. The last of third chapter, we have finished third chapter today, and now today we have learnt about the constitutional amendment. What is constitutional amendment? Why is it necessary? And second thing, what is institutional design? And with example, means executive, legislature and judiciary. And now we will go chapter election. In chapter 4, that is electoral politics. Electoral politics, you will read page number 57 yourself. This is about Haryana election. You will see about Haryana election. And now you have to question here, why do we need elections? Or at first I will do that, what is election? Here come page number 58. Fourth chapter, that is electoral politics. We are going to read about electoral politics. And what is election? Here you will write page number 58. Near the picture you will see a mechanism by which people can choose their representative at regular intervals and change them if they wish to do so. What is election? A mechanism. Election is a mechanism by which people can choose their representatives at regular intervals and change them if they wish to do so. This mechanism is called election. What is election? A mechanism by which people can choose their representatives on regular intervals and change them. And why do we need election? See, 3 dots are here. This is an answer. In an election, the voters makes many choices. What are the choices of voters? You can also write this. They can choose who will make laws for them. Laws making body, that is called legislature. The voters can choose who will make laws for them. They can choose who will form the government and take major decisions. Which party will make government? They can choose who will form the government. It means majority party. Which majority party? They can also choose the party whose policy will guide the government and lawmaking. The party who will win majority, they will guide the government in lawmaking. So, what is election? Mechanism in which we choose our representative. What are the choices of the voters? How many? Then they can choose who will make laws for them. They can choose who will make decisions for them, who will take major decisions. They can choose the political party whose policy will guide the government and lawmaking. So you will remember this. What makes election democratic? So this is important question of 5 marks. What makes election democratic? So you have seen government, non-democratic government. In non-democratic government, elections are not held. You have seen monarchical government. In monarchical government, the king is all in all. So here we have to see that what makes an election democratic. First dot, see page number 58, last paragraph. Everyone should be able to choose. Means all persons who are adult, means 18 years old, without any discrimination, can choose a person. This means that everyone should have one vote and every vote should have equal value. In democracy, it happens because they have right to vote. All persons have one vote and they value of vote is equal. Everyone should have one vote and every vote should have equal value. First point. Second is there should be something to choose from. Means parties and candidates should be free to contest elections without any pressure and should offer some real choices to the voters. Elections, there should be no restriction on the party and candidates or members to choose anyone. There should be something to choose from. Means there should be candidates of different parties, from them we will choose. Voters will choose. Voters have their real choice. The choice should be offered at regular intervals. Elections should be held at regular intervals, not if the election will not held after 5 years in India, all elections are held. That means that the election is not democratic. Elections must be held regularly after every few years. The candidates preferred by the people should get elected. It means that you have seen the election of China, you have seen the election of Mexico, but here the elections, the candidate will be chosen by the people whom they prefer, जिसको पसंद करते हैं. And fifth, election should be conducted in a free and fair manner. You will read in this chapter about function of election commission. Election commission is independent, so they conduct election in a free manner and where people can choose as they really wish. Free and fair manner means the people can choose whom they really wish. That's all. So next day we will go ahead. So you will read about these questions we have read today. Thank you.